Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first day of One Trick Esports' tournament. And today I'm joined by Tanner, aka, um, dang, you really have a hard name to remember, Tanner, and also
Dr. Funk.
Dr.
Hello.
Funk, and also I'm joined here by Keyboard, aka Sean. And tell me again, I am very terrible with names, so tell me if I again said your name wrong. But how's everybody's day going?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited.
All right, all right. And today we're going to be looking at two teams today, Sapphire and Agents of Slime. Now, I haven't actually heard a lot about these teams. I do know that Agents of Slime was down quite a bit of, was down some players, but they got a ringer, and hopefully they will be able to work well with that ringer. I know casters are not supposed to have any opinions or whatnot, but who do you think is going to come out on top today, Tanner?
It's hard to say. I think without the typical composition that they normally have and the typical players they can trust, having that ringer is going to definitely put um excuse me, which team had to bring in the ringer one more time?
Agents of Slime did.
Agents of Slime. I think that's going to put them a little bit on the just have them catching up a little bit more, but I think there's definitely still very equal chance for either person to come out on top.
And Keyboard, what about you? Who do you think will be coming out on top here today?
I think it's gonna be FTA Sapphire. They have the SR advantage. I know they've been preparing a lot for this tournament, so I think they're gonna take this one.
And I would have to agree with you. I think FTA Sapphire is going to have to bring this out only because Agents of Slime had to bring in a ringer, and that might affect their team comp and their plans that they had in the beginning. As we do come into this first map, Lijiang Tower, and basically it's going to be first of 5 maps here. And let's take a look at the team comps here as we get ready for match 1 of the One Trick Esports tournament here. Now we will be shown what the teams are here in about a couple seconds. We will have Charcoal and Vantage, Ranter, Tansibi, Noir, and Surmi on Sapphire, and we will have Daddy Dongleg, Bean, Bubs, McCrush, Snowdog, Burzel, and Rayleigh Toad on the Agents of Slime here. As we are looking to be running a dive, Sapphire is looking to be running a dive, and more of a brawl comp here on Agents of Slime's side.
I know we're not supposed to be biased, but I'm really feeling Daddy Dongleg the Torbjorn main.
And yeah, as we are going to get into this here, Sapphire tend to be taking a bit of damage. It's going to immediately start getting aggressive and diving in. And Taniki is really low on health. Ooh. And Charcoal does take out Railroad, but it is even here as Taniki is taken out at some point. And this is already getting very fast, very quickly. As Charcoal takes out another one, he finds 2 picks already. And Ranter also finds 2. That is huge. Railroad does find Ranter though, but Sapphire is going to get the first take here. And what was really the problem there for Agents of Slime? What kind of just had them stopped in their tracks?
That was a huge start, but you could see there was an immediate lack of commitment from that Reinhardt, who felt they started to push, but then they felt a lot of pressure from Tanic B on the Winston, and immediately had to pull back.
As you say that, we have Railroad going in, but immediately gets killed by Ranter. Snowdog does take out Charcoal, but that is a huge nano there, as Slime Gang is going to have to reset. And we are looking here at some ults coming up for Sapphire here. They're going to have the Blade without the nano, though. And I think really the nano was just used to help build Vantage's ult. And as we look here, Tanabe gets the ult, is done. Boop has so much CC onto him, and he's going to try to get a couple boops here with his ult. He's not able to. He's going to have to back out here soon. He is trying to find that boop, but cannot, and backs out with half health. Ooh, he's so like charcoal with a stick.
Oh, that
Not
could have been
able to
huge.
find anybody. As we look here, Bubs does pop the ult. Diva Bomb comes in. He finds 2, and Slime Gang might actually have a team fight win here as Vantage does pop the ult 2 there. He finds 2. Is he able to find a 3rd? And I think Sapphire is turning this around. Actually, as I say that, sadly, their last dying hopes and prayers is taken out, but... Ooh. As a look here, Daddy Longlegs is coming up on ult here. And they're just going to stagger themselves out. Sapphire trying to get not only ult charge here, but trying to take back this fight. And if it works, ult comes out from the Snow Dog. And Railroad finds 2, but that is not enough, as Vantage also finds 2. And they're going to just retake back this point. That there was kind of a sloppy fight. And really, I think... What was the main problem there for Agents of Slime? How were they able to get killed by this 3v6 coming in?
You can see that the composition they have, it has very intense power to push in and get into the point and eventually take the contested to a mainstay, but they can't quite hold it in, and you can see that they start to lose the fuel eventually.
Yeah, and as you say that, Sapphire is just going to take this round with Agents of Slime just really not working together. I think, Keyboard, do you think really it's that ringer that's kind of holding them back, or do you think it's really something else?
I think it kind of has to do with the team comp as well. They were trying to run Brawl into the dive instead of just running a Reaper or something to counter their dive. So, I think that was a part of it. The ringer could definitely be a part of it, so...
Alright there, and as we do look, 1-0 is for Sapphire here, and it looks like they're going to be running a double shield, Agents of Slime with Sigma and Reinhardt, and they're actually going to be running double shield with the Reinhardt and Orisa, the old school double shield here for Sapphire. And as we take a look, Railroad is taking a lot of damage, but is being held up. Mortality is forced out, and Agents of Slime is going to take control of the point first. And as we look here, Vantage was a huge mine there. He's looking for more. Can he find 2? Charcoal takes out 2 there, but also at the same time, Snowdog also takes out 2. Teneki does find Grizzle. And Vantage already having the Rip Tire. And if he wanted, he could hit it huge right there. Vantage finding Bub. And I think Vantage is going to try to set up for a tire here. But Snowdog is coming up on the McCree ult. And Vantage pops tire. Let's see if this could be huge. He's looking for things still. He's not able to find anything. 3 seconds left. Can he find anybody? He's able to find the Moira still. I wonder if she actually had Fade or not. But Sapphire is just going to push in hard here as Charcoal is just building up that ult charge and building up that beam charge as well. Charcoal finds 3 before Snowdog takes him out. I think really Snowdog here is just their main pick here. I think Snowdog has been finding the picks, but it's been too late. Do you think really Agent Slime will have a chance if they were able to just put more resources into Snowdog, as Bean does pop ult, but is immediately taken out. And that is going to be a team wipe.
That was huge. My goodness.
Agents of Slime just kind of getting rolled here. I know that's not really the professional way, but Vantage actually coming up on another Riptire. Again, is it this meta? Is this double shield meta that they're running not really working? And they're going to commit both ults, but Vantage is going to use Tire, but after 2 people already found, the Daddy Dongleg is going to find Tanky, and the Noir's Immortality Field is going to take it out, and Vantage finds 2, both supports. That is huge, and they're just going to push up into the spawn.
I love seeing how creatively Vantage is using these rip tires and using walls to stall against it just to push that predictability away. Because typically you can use the map size to feel it out, and as we say that, that is a win for FTA Sapphire.
Yes, it is. And that was just a really just a big misconception of meta. With them running Brawl into a dive comp, they weren't really able to get anything done. They only had about 20% through this first match. What do you think we should see coming into this next match that might actually help them win a game?
It's hard to say because we haven't really seen them move in to make the big counter plays, as they kind of relied on that Reaper pick, and by then Junkrat and Lucio together were oppressing them back into spawn. So it's tough to say exactly where they're going to take it, but this definitely could be the turnaround that they need.
Yes, and rants are actually very huge on that. Junkrat is just constantly sniping the support's backlines with his mines with that new some people say a nerf and some people say a buff. In that situation it looked like a buff as he was just able to take out the Moira, and it looks like he was doing his job of just taking care of the backline. As we are going to figure out a map for map 2, um yeah, what do you have to say about that whole match there, Keyboard?
Uh, FTA Sapphire kind of had it in control the entire time. So they're looking pretty strong so far. Depending on this map, I think they might be able to get another one, to be honest. Start out 2 and
And
0.
do you think we're going to see a 3-0 sweep, or will it be a turnaround for Agents of Slime?
I think it depends on the map because FTA Sapphire's dive looks pretty strong. So
So I do agree. And as we are going to be going into Rialto Escort map, and Dive is actually not as strong on Rialto in this elo of this tournament, being around low gold to high platinum. Some of the people being diamond, but Dive really here could only really work on the second point. Tell me, agree or disagree here, Tanner.
I think it's some pretty heavy chokes. So the Winston that was really holding them together last time, or the massive Reinhardt charges, I think will get stopped and kind of held behind by those chokes. But I think it's going to also do a lot of slowing down on the defensive side as well. So we'll see what happens.
And as I do agree with that, and we hopefully will soon be getting into this second map here. We just have to wait for the teams to be ready.
Oh no.
Technical difficulties here. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you saw the Discord or whatnot, but if we could do that, actually.
be correct in saying.
Hello, everybody, and we are back here for map 2 on Rialto. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back here as we are going to be looking into an escort map here. And what do you think the main focus will be here? As Sapphire is looking to run the double shield with. Instead of having a break, they're going to have a Zen, and hopefully they can have the damage output that they need. While Agents of Slime is going to be running this Brawl comp again, and do you think they'll have any different outcomes against this double shield, Tanner?
I think there's a lot of counter picks just to this specific Brawl comp. I think Ashe and Orisa, and even Zenyatta and Sigma in some cases will definitely be able to push out a lot of raw damage that could really tear through characters like Moira or Hansa. But we'll see if Baptiste's Immortality Field can hold it together for them.
Yeah, and as we are starting map 2 Rialto, and already a little bit of poke damage coming from Sapphire. And Charcoal does have to back up. Throws the dynamite down. Is getting some pretty hefty charge right off the bat here. And Bubs is already is 30% till Coalescence, and that just kind of comes to show you that Moira's Coalescence is a cooldown. And as we look here, Tanacree takes out Railroad, and Charcoal finds 2. And can we see some more picks here? Vantage finds 1. Not even find 2, as Ranter does take his kill there, and actually, I didn't notice this before, but it looks like they switched some people around. Ranter no longer playing DPS and playing support, actually. Do you think that Ranter is really just a support main that's popped off on DPS?
It could be. You never know. The friendliest faces have the strongest bullets, I guess, in this case.
Yes, or balls, as Zenyatta has them. So as we are looking, they're going to... What was Brazil doing as Vantage just takes him out? Brazil was just kind of sitting in that corner. He wasn't able to go anywhere, as just Tanaki was able to just farm ultras. Tanaki is in their spawn, and Vantage just finds another one. They're just baiting these guys out. They're spawn camping them. And what is this? Bean is found by Vantage. Vantage is just having the day of his life right now with all these picks. And Tanaki just takes out. They're ulting into spawn.
This is just rude.
Isn't this considered BM? Is this not allowed in the tournament? What is going on? As they're just releasing ults into their spawn, and Agents of Slime can't do anything. The only thing he can do is try to force Sapphire back, but even then, whoever did that would get killed immediately. As Sir Me finds Brazil, but Daddy Longlegs does find Ranter though, so that does force Sapphire to back up, and Daddy Longlegs pack up with Charcoal, and they're just
Daddy Longlegs, I had faith.
And as Tanner did say before, the quote, I can't even say the quote right now because I'm so astonished by just how they're getting held in their spawn. Like, the only other times I've seen this is in Overwatch League, as Charcoal is just putting pop shots into people here. And this is just Sapphire, again, going into their spawn. That is a huge slam, but it doesn't matter if Charcoal does find him. That is a huge grab as well, but they're not able to follow up as Tanacree does take up Brazil, and Vantage again blades into spawn and finds actually their Moira, and they're bongoing again in spawn. Do you really think though that they will not Agents of Slime will not be able to come out of spawn mainly because they are down a person and not able to communicate?
I think the real issue is just how clever Sapphire is being with how they position. You can see as soon as they closed in, they set those expectations, and the Reinhardt was ready to go in for a slam, and probably hoping for all players to be down by that. But as soon as that happened, you can see characters that could fight at a range immediately move back, and the team was in all sorts of areas that they just could not handle.
Yeah, and as we are saying, they're gonna pop Bob into spawn again, and Window. Sir Me does take out the other Arista, and it is just literally a spawn camp here. And B is used in spawn. 10 seconds left. They're gonna keep trying to find picks here. Ranter takes out. Ranter finds 2. Can you find a third? He cannot, but Charcoal does take out the Moira. Advantage does find Bean, and that will be a spawn camp of the century for Sapphire. They literally don't even have to move it that far. For Agents of Slime to win this map, they have to literally play the exact same way. Basically, just keep holding in their spawn. But they don't really have to push that far. I don't even think they have to push past the bridge. And that is just kind of heartbreaking for Agents of Slime coming in
You
here.
hate to see it happen.
Yeah, Keyboard, what are your thoughts on that, on them just using ults in spawn and somehow still getting value?
I think like once you close that gap that much, there's not much you can do. They don't have enough space. Slimes don't have enough space to really do anything about it, so.
And it feels like, though, that Agents of Slime, they just, instead of just waiting in the spawn where they couldn't get killed, they kept playing in that lobby type area. Like, even though they weren't able to come into that lobby, they could still take damage. You could see a lot of the picks were through there. And Agents of Slime kind of having a slow pick here. I think they're going to try to figure out, you know, a team comp that can possibly do the same thing. Daddy Donglegs is going to be running the Tracer, but they're actually going to be, as on the Sapphire side, they're going to be running a sort of meme comp with Hog, Ball, and with the Tracer and Torbjorn. Um, and actually, I am proven wrong, as they do have to move the payload around the corner, but it's still not far. And as the orb is thrown out, Tentacruel just getting melted. Daddy Longlegs is hooked, but is able to come out alive. Taniki is very low, and Daddy Longlegs is able to find Charcoal with that nice pick, as Sapphire is having to be forced to back up. Actually, as I say that, Taniki does find one on the Hog. He is very low, but he is going to be on this Orisa here, and Surmi finds it, and they're just going to hold the Hog him off the point. They're not able to touch.
Oh,
They're not able to touch.
man.
As Sapphire, just with the easy W here, just takes this point. What was the problem going in for Slime Gang, really?
I think you can see a lot of it was just a lack of covering area. There's such a wide open space in that initial start, and they just were not able to handle as spread out as they could be. And even when they went to more focused strategies, they had almost sort of a death ball going that they just couldn't combat.
And that will do for map 2. We will be going into a bit of a break here, as teams are going to set up for map 3 here, and hopefully it won't be the last map, because this match is getting pretty interesting. So we will see you all in map 3 of a One Trick Esports tournament. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. After a little bit of issues, we are back now. Sorry for that long break. And we are going into map 3, King's Row, the map that a lot of people in scrims actually choose first for their kind of, what is it? I can't find the word. It's, I don't want to call it exotic.
Ready for battle.
Keyboard, do you know the word I'm trying to say? Not really warm up. It's like mixed or something. I don't know. It's like a mix. I think maybe. Oh, hybrid. That's the word. All right,
Hybrid.
hybrid. Yes. So anyway, getting to these comps and Sapphire are looking pretty hefty, as you see here. They're just slowly crouching into watching this Hanzo. Kind of looks like kind of like a football team kind of like touchdown celebration. As we're going to see Sapphire running into the Rhine ball with Agents of Slime running the Sigma ball. And as we get into here, Tanic could be really low. And there we see Railroad getting discorded and also very low. And Railroad finds Ranter there. That is a huge pick for Agents of Slime. They might actually get this point. No, as Nowhere does find Tanic, finds both DPS are down on Agent of Slime's side. Surmi finds Ball Railroad, and I think there's going to be a cleanup here as Agents of Slime have to reset. But Skill Orb Vantage just got, and it is kind of pretty. It is a pretty sloppy fight, but it's also pretty even here. As Vantage actually, we should have said this in the beginning, but is back onto DPS. Surmi getting very low and has to grab the health back in the back line. Going to charge, finds it, and kills Stalk Goldman. And Surmi is just playing this really aggressive Rhine, and Agent Slime have no way on how to really fix it. And the Fire Strike almost connects, and that is going to be a very aggressive charge. And he is going to slam him, and he sadly does get taken down by Snowdog. And Snowdog is just going to pop the Dragon that forces out actually Noir to use his Transcendence, and that allows Stock to use his ult, and Brizzle finds Charcoal. And Agent of Slime looks like they're winning this fight, but it is still an even fight here, as Vantage is just mowing down people. And Noir takes out Brizzle, but Snowdog is the one to really look out for Agents of Slime. But it won't matter here, as that is basically a team wipe for Amethyst Sapphire. Sorry, wrong Crystal.
You can see how back and forth this is as they push in and out. It's really contested. You can actually see they're kind of moving in on probably a point take here.
Yeah, they are, as Vantage does fire Rialto though. Railroad, sorry, excuse me. And Surmi finds actually the BAP. Charcoal does find the Moira, and Taniki does find Daddy, as Taniki finds 2, and Nora takes out the enemy Sigma here. As is going to be another reset here. And Agents of Slime don't really have a pick here. They don't really have ults to go off of. They're going to have Tire and Coalescence, so that's really it. And as you look on the other side of things, they're going to have 5 ults here. Sapphire is. As we take a look, Snowdog trying to find those shots is taken out by Vantage. Vantage is slept though. Huge sleep by Brizzle. And Vantage is in the backline, just mowing people down. And actually, Agents of Slime almost gets a tick. They're going to try to stagger out this more as Vantage just right-clicks him. And there's going to be a pause as somebody is disconnected here. We'll take a quick break to find out what that is. Stay tuned. Take a. Are we live again, or?
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like actually getting a little cocky.
This
Sapphire's
is the
gonna take a
ultimate BM.
5v6. Isn't this not allowed? They're gonna. The BM, I think in the tournament rules, isn't allowed. They're gonna take a 5v6 down, actually a tank, and that is a huge slam.
Oh,
And they're actually winning this. Neuer and Rant are fine too, and they're not gonna be able to touch the 5v6 BM here without words. And looking at this, do you think they're actually going to be able to get the 5v6?
it's hard to say with how close that was getting there. I think this. Oh nope, they got him back. Never mind.
They did get their 6th player back, but if I'm completely honest with how the last map actually went, they might just be able to. Take this one. 5 players, 6 players. I think they're just going to take this one, and if they don't, it's going to lead to another map. But this will be a 3-0 sweep, it looks like, for Sapphire as Agents of Slime. They did try to put up a good fight, but I think they only won about 2 or 3 team fights out of this whole game so far, and that is kind of not what you want to see, as they're going to actually be running this attack bastion. And I think Sapphire is actually going to be doing this strategy with charcoal being teleported on top into the statue. And let's see how Agents of Slime handle that, as they are also going to be running the Diva and Reinhardt. And Agents of Slime here is going to be running double shield with the Torbjorn and McCree and the Moira Ana. Do you think they can actually hold this, Tanner?
I think that with how hard Bastion counters characters like Sigma and Reinhardt, I think it's going to be tough. But I think there
As we
still is a
do
lot of
that,
opportunities.
Charcoal over here on top of the statue, just eliminating people. Railroad able to find Surmi, but that won't be enough as Vantage finds 3, and that will be it for map 3, King's Row, as Sapphire takes the 3-0 victory here over the Slime squad. And that will be all for this match. Stay tuned, as we are going to have another map. It's going to be the Hoggers versus the Team Harmony. Stay tuned for another exciting match, and that is your map Agent of Slime versus FTA Sapphire. Stay tuned for another. Hello, everybody, and welcome to again day one of One Trick Esports tournament. And here we're going to have hopefully, have a pretty good match here. It's going to be the Hoggers versus Team. Remind me what that is again, keyboard? Team who? Yes, Team Harmony. And I was going to try to say in harmony with you to make the joke, but I realized that'd be corny. So as we get into this match, I personally actually know the Hoggers, and they are actually a really good and coordinated team, and I'm expecting a lot from them. As Team Harmony, I do actually not know what anything about them, but hopefully they're going to be a good team here. And as we get into here, we're going to start off with Blizzard World. We're going to have a hybrid map, and we're just waiting for Team Harmony to go, and we're off.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
And we're actually going to start on Lijiang Tower here.
No, known in the competitive scene as Blizzard World more commonly.
Yep.
Initiating match.
Exactly right.
You don't get it. It's lingo, just competitive stuff.
Yeah. As getting into this, we have on the Hogger side, we have Regime, Hugh Wong, Meme Lord, Sharuja, Kid, and Weeaboo. And over on the Harmony side, we have Steve Soros, Lighthouse, Tekio, Oof, Mighty Beast, and McQueen.
Ready.
And it looks like here the Hoggers are going to be running a sort of brawl comp, and I think they're going to actually be pulling out the Simstrat here, as Team Harmony is actually going to be running the double shield with a Doomfist, and that is actually quite interesting. How do you think the Doomfist will spare against a brawl comp like the Hoggers are running?
Now, I have seen really, really good Doomfist players, and on the other side of the spectrum, I have played Doomfist before. So I think Doomfist can get some serious picks and can immediately get out of there with no threat to himself. So I think if he's played right, he can do some serious damage here.
And as you say that, actually the Hoggers get onto the point first, and Sharuja finds two by just swinging, and Regime actually is able to take out McQueen here, and already the Hoggers up to a great start there. I think really the reason why the Hoggers got into the point first was just because they had a Lucio, and Harmony didn't have a Lucio to kind of speed boost them in, and so Hoggers were just able to take the point, and now they actually are going to start contesting now, as Harmony is going to try again with Sharuja having Shatter. We are going to see that, and actually Regime almost having Wall. Here we have the Hoggers kind of playing this like spam type damage. Sharuja again has the Shatter, is going to try to look for it in this double shield. And right now, everything is looking good besides Meme Lord, who isn't really building ult that fast, but is definitely providing a lot of ult charges. Kid just dinks McQueen with these right clicks on Mei, and he's trying to find more picks here, and they are going to destroy the Mortality Field. Harmony is, but Regime finds Mighty Beast here, as again, the Harmony is going to have to reset, but I guess they're getting staggered out here. Oh, and Weeaboo does find Steve Soros. Regime finds one with this high charge, finds two. Meme Lord is able to find Tekio. And again, over on the side of the Hoggers, they're coming up on a lot of ults here. They have 5 ults, and Meme Lord, hopefully by next fight, will have their 6 here. And the Hoggers right now are just having really good control. Why do you think that is, Tanner? Why do you think that just the Harmony is not able to even touch point?
You can see they have a very large expansive movement options between the teleporter, between Reinhardt's charge, and between Lucio's speed boost. And I think they have a way better setup for just holding and staying in one spot, especially with things like walls and slowdowns from Mei.
And as you say, that McQueen does pop a wall here, but he's just going across so they can push their choke. And Shatter goes out, but it's blocked. But that is a huge Mei wall, though, as Roja is just going in, holding M1 here. And he is very low. Doomfist forced to use his ult. Quadruple kill by Roja. and Regime also finding 2, and that is going to be first point there for the Hoggers.
Ooh.
And Kid didn't even actually have to use his ult there. He had that one ult for that whole map.
Score
Yeah.
1.
I think this is going to actually be another steamroll, really, but this time the team who's steamrolling will actually be able to stay in the tournament, though. A little bit of
Fair enough.
catfish shade there for you. As we do get into map 2 here, and actually they're going to be Harmony is going to be running dive, but they're going to have a McCree instead of like a Tracer or even an Ash, because I've seen Ash dive work pretty well. How do you think this will this be beneficial for Team Harmony, or will this be worse as Hoggers is just running the brawl comp?
I think bringing in that Lucio will allow them to meet up and match a little bit of more of their speed, and I think there's definitely a lot more of a chance within characters like Diva to get picks against Reinhardt, as we're about to see.
That is a huge name by Stevosaurus, as though it is tied up. Shruja is taken down, but Oof is also taken down, and that's why his name is Oof. Regime finds 2. Meme Lord takes the 3rd kill, but Regime finds 3 still. He's not even flying 4th as Wong does take him out, and they're going to try to they're going to stagger this on now. Oh no, they're not. But Regime, the 5K there from the man. And he already has wall build up pretty fast. That was just, again, a really nice take by the Hoggers, but Tekio is coming up on the Diva Bomb there, and Lighthouse here is looking to make a switch to the Pharah. Do you think that's really a good choice, having the Hoggers have no hit scan, or do you think that Kids May will be able to take care of Lighthouse's Pharah?
I don't know Kids quite well enough, but I think Far is certainly a good pick here, and I don't think they have too much to combat it.
That is 100% true there, as Regime is just playing the spam comp. McQueen is able to find Hugin, but Regime again just finds Stevie, and Lighthouse very low. Regime again with the popping off. He finds another person, and he's just going in. He's gonna try to look for this Mercy, and Mercy gets charged again. Regime with the
most aggressive Symmetra I have ever seen.
And, me knowing him personally, I'm not very surprised, actually. And he's probably screaming in his teammates' ears right now as he's just calling himself insane and whatnot. But Tekio is coming up onto Regime again with a huge picks. He doesn't even need to just hold down M1. You have him M2 connected, and he just does that. Now, Mighty Beast does use McQueen, and it looks like the wall is going to come out. Shruja shattered, but it looks like it didn't find anybody. Oh my god, Lighthouse finds Meme Lord and Kid, that is 2. And the Hoggers actually might win a loose team fight this time.
Ooh.
Because that wall, Shruja just finds Techno though. The Lighthouse finds 3. Shruja popping off, has 3 picks right now. Can he find a 4th? He finds a 4th and is blocking this far right now. Can he find a 5th? Can he turn this around for the Hoggers? He is looking, the Fire Strike almost connects, has to come back because he is super low on health. Well, overtime is slowly ticking down. The Hoggers winning this, even though Lighthouse popped off. If Shruja just came back and said, no, you are not going to have this one. It's going to be my time to shine. Shruja gets nanoed. It's still looking. Kid finds 2. Regime finds a 3rd. And I think that will be it as Shruja tries to charge his own teammate. And again, Oof is trying to contest here, but he's super low on health. He is still going for it. Regime finding it. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 for the Hoggers here. And the Hoggers just, even when it looks like they're about to lose a team fight, somehow turns it around. Do you think it's just because they're able to run this nice, brawl comp the correct way?
I think there was a lot of thought that went into every position that was held. You could see a lot of competition between that Pharah and that Reinhardt, especially when that ult was blocked. And I think that really did a lot for how they held together there.
That is nicely well said. And here we're going to be going into map 2 after a short break. Please tune in again. Keep tuning in. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. A little bit of a break there just to give teams time to stretch and stuff. And we're going into map 2 here, Junkertown. And I know Keyboard didn't really get to talk a lot, but what did you think about that map 1? What did you think really what Team Harmony needs to change in order to possibly take it 1-1 here?
I think they need to kind of brawl them a lot more. That sim really destroyed them on that first map. So we'll see. It looks like they actually are going to go to more pokey comp with that double shield, double hit skill.
And yeah, as we do look at this, the Hoggers are actually going to be running a sort of brawl column again, but instead of the usual Mei and the usual Symmetra, they're going to be running a Torb and Widow. Now, Widow is played a lot, especially on this map, because she's just that good and able to get all these picks. But the Torbjorn, we're going to see how Regime plays that. And as we're going on to other side, they're going to be, again, running the more pokey comp. Oof, actually switching from tank to DPS. And Ash McCree here, along with the double shields again, with Mercy and the Baptiste. Kid here looking for some angles. Against Pole, sadly is able to come back out. And right now, ooh, the turret does get taken down by a Lighthouse here. As we're gonna keep on going, McQueen just kind of sitting on car holding M1 here. And Shrewdra is gonna start contesting here. Playing super aggressive, and Kid with a nice headshot on McQueen here. And that is just a nice pick.
Ooh.
He's gonna find 2. Can he find a 3rd? He's not able to find a 3rd, sadly, though. But he's gonna get those nice headshots, though. As though Mighty Beast, it does res McQueen. And Kid here, just knowing him personally, he has really good aim. And they should be wary of that. Another headshot. And he knows where the Widow is. Oof, trying to find him is, oh my god, don't do it to him. Oh, okay. Kid trying that sneaky stuff there. And again, Regime's turret does get taken out.
He's got to relax here. He's getting a little bit into his own head.
They really want this map. He's going for the jump shot. Oh, so close there.
Don't do that to Oof, man. Give him a little bit of respect.
Regime almost having love. That is a huge nade. But Hyung Won does get taken out by Oof. Shrewdra looking for the sneak shatter. Is he able to find it though? Can they? That is a huge shatter. As Kid does also find Oof, and they're going to commit the lava as well. Immortality's going to come out, but it doesn't matter. Shrewdra is just literally holding down M1 on this Aressa. Will he die? No, he won't. He's at 68 health. And Lighthouse does find 2. Stevie is rezzed by Mighty Beast. And Scherzer's just going to charge and finds the Lighthouse. And he's just going to keep going ham on this backline. And the support for Harmony is kind of staggered out as Oof does find Regime though. But it looks like Hoggers is just going to keep holding this. And again, Shrewdra almost on another charge. Oh, Oof does find Kid with that head peek. And he's going on this flank here. He does get slept, but he does get woken up immediately. But he is taken out by Weeaboo's skill orb here. Lighthouse has... Oh, look at that. Shrewdra is... That is a huge shatter. He's going to find... Immortality just come out, but it finds 2, and it doesn't even matter. Because the Hoggers are just going to clean up again. And, oh, Shrewdra is an aggressive charge right there. As they're just going to stagger them out. Shrewdra trying to find that Mercy. If he can find her, this would be a huge stagger. Huajian does find Mighty Beast, but not after Lighthouse finds Meeblord. And again, Kid playing the sort of like sneaky Widow thing here as Walls is popped by Oof. Oof trying to look for those picks does sadly miss one. Shrewdra trying to contest here on this corner is going to hold M1 down and is going ham on the fire, and he finds Lighthouse here and forces that Immortality field. And Bongo does come out. Oof is found by Guagin, but Kid finds 2, finds both tanks, and he's in the backline right now. He's in the backline, and he's able to get support by Shrewdra very low though.
Oh.
And Oof is trying to find the pick. He just needs a body shot. You don't even need a headshot. but he is finally getting healed though. Oh my god, Regime with the hammer kill on Oof. That is such BM. Who needs words of BM when they can actually do the BM? McQueen here, and Kid pops. Oh, Hoggers are coming up on a lot. Oh my god, Kid finds one. Is he able to find two in the graph? He finds two. Can he find a third? He is not able to find a third as Lighthouse does take him out, but Kid putting on a show here. Lighthouse trying to find it, and Oof does find Meme Lord, but Regime using the lava on the car finds both tanks. Again, that's two, and Widow has to contest, but Sharuja just takes him out, and Regime finds Turi, making it a 3K. Can he get a 4K actually? Finds a 4K, 5K from Regime as he does the teabag spray, and that will be round one, a complete rollover. Keyboard, I do have to give respects. Your observing skills are on point today, finding these top plays. And also again, a question for both of you. I'm gonna start off with Keyboard. What do you think? Again, the problem was with Harmony. What is it that just stopped them from moving the cart any farther than they did?
I think they got picked a lot. They weren't really dealing with the Widow as well as they could have, especially, and then they had the Torb as well, so it's kind of hard to push into that.
And Tanner, how? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no,
go ahead.
They didn't really change anything to try to counter. They did go for the counter Widow, which had some success, but wasn't enough.
All right. Sorry about that interruption. There's a little bit of pause on my end. I don't know if you were trying to take a breath. But Tanner, what about you? What do you think really Harmony has a switch here to possibly hold Hoggers, which doesn't seem very likely, but what do you think they would have to switch?
I can't. I'm still just too hyped over the Kid and Oof just sniper battles. I was like popping off. I was jumping out of my chair, man. I was losing it.
That is the spirit here, as they're going to be running the same exact thing, except with Regime on Genji. And Oof is going to try to run the Widow again, see if he can't take out Kid. And as we're going to look at Kid's POV here, and immediately he's going to try to find those picks. Oof, taking those shots. Oof, out of position somewhere, but is able to come out. Kid going on this flank, though. And I think really they're just playing Kid with the pick there by Oof. And I think that might be it. That might be game. Can he find the Mercy? He's not even find the Mercy, but he's going to SMG. Regime finds the Mercy. Regime going in really on the Stigma, but he is low health. And he does get taken down by Tekio, but Weeaboo does take out the Mortality Field. And Kid finds McQueen. The Kid is just aimbot. Kid finds two. Meme Lord does find a Kid with the 3 picks. Oh my god, and that will be it for map 2. The Hoggers just really just nailing down this team here. And I think we're going to see another 3-0 sweep as Regime does get play of the game here. And what do you think?
We'll have to see a little father-son bonding.
And it's really just going to be, I think really just if Team Harmony is able to just to mirror comp, they can definitely do that. Now we are going to take a quick break as we go into map 3 here. Please stay tuned and we will be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to map 3. Going to be King's Row again for a map 3 here. And the Hoggers up 2-0 against Harmony. And we're having a switch, maybe? Or there's a little bit of technical difficulties here.
What?
We'll take a. Oh no, sorry. Their captain is just really dumb. And. And us casting team does agree, and me knowing Regime personally, yeah, I would have to say.
Gotta write that one down.
We also have to write. Yes, we have to write this one down as well. I guess we're just gonna stare at this lobby screen. Actually, we're gonna take like a 30-second break real quick. So we'll be back. Hello, welcome back. And after a little bit of mishaps here, we are actually back onto King's Row here with Meme Lord being subbed out for Week here. Let's see how much of a difference that makes. If Hoggers is just really like, we just need to put in the player one of our subs to help these guys become easier. There will be, oops, excuse me, there will be no subs for on the side of Harmony, but I think the main star here is going to have to be Kid, and Oof here actually switching from DPS to off tank here. And as we're going to see here, they're going to be running the same exact thing. Regime on the Torbjorn, Kid on the Widow, and then they're going to have a Brawl comp here with Weeaboo on Moira and Hugh Guan on the Ana. And as we're going to also look here, they're going to be running I want to say more of a Brawl comp on Harmony's side with Reaper and May. I think really Stevosaurus is going to have to be the only person to counter Kid.
That's very true. They really don't have much to deal with the sniper.
And as we are getting in here, Kid is trying to see if they have another sniper trying to scout out. And here, Kid finds McQueen immediately.
Ooh.
That timing was like nearly bad / perfect. But Kid here trying to find more picks as Harmony is down. Trying to find these picks is gonna get right clicked by Oof. Oh my god, Kid getting Mighty Beast. Mighty Beast Kid trying to find a second pick there. is not able to. Ooh, finds Weeaboo, and Truja does find McQueen though. And Kid still trying to find these headshots here. Missing shots, but he's low. Regime does find Stevie Saurus. Kid, oh, super low. And Kid finds, Regime finds 2, but Kid also finds 1. Regime finds 3. There finds 4. Regime just, this man can play anything. You want a Sim, you want a Torb, no matter what you want him to play, this man will play it. And as Kid trying to find these sneaky little picks here, Tekio coming up onto Nano here with Lighthouse having Shatter. McQueen is just not able to get any ult charge here. Oh, Kid barely missing that shot. Regime has Lava coming in. They're going to be going around. They're going to try to put pressure on Kid, but Kid just drops down. Oof. On the high ground with McQueen. Kid finding another position. Oh, just barely misses a shot here. Oh, this is a really close game here. And Oof does find Regime's turret, but that's not really a pick. Kid still trying to look for these shots. They have him basically pinched here. What do you think Harmony is trying to do?
It's hard to say. They're really trying to concentrate into this one area, almost a death ball type thing. Oh, they're just being oppressed by these.
Regime finds 3 with this Lava. Kid taking the 4th kill, sadly. Shwaja finding Lighthouse here, and that'll be a team wipe. The Hoggers team wipe. What is Oof doing? He's gonna get stagger himself out, even though he has high charge. The Kid can hit his shots. He cannot hit his shots. He's gonna try to find Mighty McBeast. Oof, super low. Kid has wall hit. Regime finds McQueen. That is a huge pick, and Kid trying to find these shots. Not able to find it, gets walled off. But the DPS on Hoggers are just really good at this point, and they're just really popping off. Kid trying to find an angle here. He finds Tekio! That is one hell, and that is a huge slam by Shwaja. He gets nanoed. Weak does find Lighthouse, and that is just a huge slam. And they force out actually Mighty Beast to use B, but that won't get anything done. He's gonna touch, but Regime's turret finds him. Kid finds Tekio again. And oh my god, can Regime try to find it? Oh, that's a missed shot though. He's going to try to look for it. Forces McQueen to fall back. McQueen actually coming up on the Death Blossom now, but do you think really they'll have any value?
I think there's a lot of work that Death Blossom could put in here. I think Reinhardt can stop it from only one side though, but Zarya can probably put in some saving into that, but it could be big.
The Hoggers here though looking. Lighthouse trying to take out this turret, and it does get taken out by Oof. Lighthouse having Shatter, and Chirija also coming up on one of his own. And they're going to try to pressure out Kid, but it doesn't matter. Regime is going to put on. They're going to press Q. Regime with the 4-man. The 4-man with this Lava. And that is, no way he's going to be hammering.
How could you do this, Regime?
Regime just with the huge. Oh, McQueen finds 3, finds 4. I think that is a turnaround. But we just take him out. But I think the Hoggers trying to like meme costed him that point, and it's just Shruja, and Shruja dies. That is
what an overtime save.
That is Harmony winning their
God.
Not only winning their first map point, but also their first fight. It feels like.
How often do you see that? Oh my god.
I don't know. Regime trying to go with the meme of the trying to hammer a ulting Reaper does lead to a 4-man. McQueen coming in clutch. Tekio actually having Nano here, and Mighty Beast coming on with the sound barrier pretty soon. Keyboard, what do you have to say about that, really?
It just seemed like a miscommunication there. Like, they didn't expect the Reaper to come in and get a 4K like that, especially after that big lava.
Yeah. James sadly not able to pull anything out, really. And Lighthouse does find Truja. And Regime not able to find any picks of the turret this time, as he is. He does wake up the ball, sleeping ball. And I think Harmony's starting to find their groove. They're starting to find these picks and they're able to pick it up. McQueen does find Weak, and it looks like... And Kid is just going to take out Ana. And Harmony doesn't even know. They don't even know. But they do have to put somebody else on the card. But now it's a 4v6 Shruja. Oh, Lighthouse is taken out by Shruja.
Oh no. Oh,
And he
that
is
poor
going to try
Nano.
to charge Sharuja. Regime finds 2 with his ult. He's just going to be splattering it everywhere. Sharuja does find Mighty Beast, as that is a reset for Harmony, but they did get it pretty far though. But Kid almost having another pick there. Finds a Reaper in the middle of a teleport. He has to be mad right now, and he's getting really hard focused right now. Is body blocked? Oh, and he does get what?
Yeah.
Lighthouse. It doesn't matter. Sharuja just says thank you for wasting your stuff, and kills Lighthouse. Now the mines do come out, and Sharuja is just getting CC'd everywhere. He is still alive somehow, as Weepu is forced to pop his coalescence, and Sharuja just pop out. Weak with 2, and Regime gets the ball. Oof. And that, again, is going to be another tactical reset for Harmony. And I think Harmony, though, just had that groove for a while, but sadly did lose it, as Huan gets that double nade. Huan gets that double nade. Kid finds Reaper again. Reaper's just not able to do anything, and Regime's just going to lava the cart. And it looks like it is going to be it there, as Regime's turret does find Mighty Beast, and Weeaboo does take out Oof. That is a huge grab, but round 1 is completed. What do you think kind of stopped their momentum there? What do you think really it was the pick on the Ana that kind of allowed them to stop the cart? Or
I think it was definitely losing focus. They got really up ahead with that push. They were up at that main choke that comes before the final point, while the cart was barely past the buildings.
And it looks like they're gonna reset it here? Confused. This is not a scrim. We're gonna take a quick 30-second break here real quick, as the teams are figuring stuff out right now. Are we clear keyboard or? Hello, we are we are back, and there was a little bit of a miscommunication, as the lobby leader did think this was a scrim type match, but we will go into it playing it like regularly. We will have to find out how many meters they need for them to win, but they will just play it. If they do get second point, we will know guarantee that the Hoggers will have this win here. So sadly, again, it was a mishap by the lobby leader, but we are back, and Harmony had really clutch plays there. Do you think if they keep doing that, they're able probably to try and tie this up or at least win one match.
Now, I could have a terrible memory, but was Battle Bug on before?
No, I think he was switched out for somebody. He was switched out for somebody else. I also have really bad memory, so I'm not able to remember who, but Battlebug is going to be subbed in, and we'll be playing this off tank. Oh wait, I think it was Mick something, that was his name, that's swapped out for Battlebug. But we will be going into this map, Battlebug now on the off tank, and Oof playing the Doomfist, going from tank to back to DPS. Kid on the Widow, see if he can't get a couple of picks here. He's going to try to go for the jump shot, hits the headshot, and that will force Harmony to back up. He's able to find Mighty Beast, and that's already a pick. That's already a pick. Hoggers are just going to push in as Kid is still trying to find picks here. Lighthouse super low, Regime does find him. And already Battlebug trying his best, but it's super low. Regime in the back line, and Rahul just takes him out, and that is going to be basically a team wipe here, as Weak does find 2. And that is... You should really never stand still, even if they have a Widow like Kid, you should never stand still, because he will hit that headshot, guaranteed here. As they are going to... I think they're going to let Widow sit on cart here, as Weeaboo and everybody else pushes up. Shreruja is able to get out of there, but is being walled off.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Taken out by Stevosaurus here. But the time bank for the Hoggers is nearly 5 minutes, though. But they do have to reset, though, as Harmony Lighthouse does take out Weik. And they've used Shatter, and that is huge there. But that is a huge save. Regime does take out Lighthouse, and Kid finds Tekio. And then Shreruja finds Mighty Beast, and Regime pops on and finds Battlebug, and Wii U does find Stevosaurus, and that'll be a team.
I hate to interrupt, but I believe the stream is currently on the pre-game overlay. We are now looking at the game.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, we will probably show you a little bit of those replays, just so you can get a feel of what we had here. But Shreruja is walled off, looking to be in trouble. Gets out barely alive as the wall is dropped. Regime trying to look for those picks. As Kid finds Mighty Beast and Weeaboo finds Lighthouse. Shreruja does find Battle Tag, but Oof does find Kid. Weeaboo is looking to find Stevosaurus. Regime does find Tekio, and that's going to be a team wipe for the Hoggers. And it looks like they already won because they are about to cap second point. But they're going to play a full map through because Regime, being the lobby leader, is a little bit of a dum-dum, as said in chat before. But even though here, do you think that even though they did lose 3-0, do you think that if they do full Hold'em here, that they will probably earn a little bit of respect here for stream?
I think we're still on the pre-stream overlay. There we go.
Yeah, Weik, the huge grab there, and finds 1. Regime pops Blade, finds 3.
That is
solo
huge.
grabbed, but is able to still get value. Finds 4. Huang kills Lighthouse, and that'll be another team wipe. And Team Harmony has to go into the stagger fight phase here. He just throws out his ult, and that looks to be big. As Huang and Weik are frozen. Oof finds 1, finds 2 with the Nano Blade. Regime finds Tekio, but Lighthouse does find Shreruja, as that will be a reset for Hoggers. The only second reset. This Kid has to come out of here. Oh, Oof does find Weeaboo. And he's trying to find other picks right now. And I know I'm not supposed to be answering chat, but no, replay codes are not recorded, but we'll show you because we're dumb. Oof does find Regime, Kid finds Mighty Beast, and Lighthouse does find Weik, though. It is sort of a back and forth as Kid finds another peek. He finds 2, it is a 4v4 right now. Can he find a third? He is looking, he cannot find a third. He is looking at the Zarya, juicy pick. Now it misses 1 shot. It forces out the bubble, though. Lighthouse does take out Shreruja. As we are still going, finds a third. Stevosaurus is taken out. Oh, deflect nearly is deflected into Kid's as Weeaboo does coming up in Coalescence here, and it will be really hard for Team Harmony as Kid is going to try to find these spawn camps. And he's getting pressured, and Oof does find him. They are walled off, though. As Oof is coming up on another Genji Blade here. Weak does find Battle Bug. That is a huge shatter by Shruja. Finds one, finds two. And Regime does find one as well as, and that is a huge charge. Oof just gets charged. Shruja with a 3-man there. And I think that'll be it. They have to switch off. I think Oof, unless he can find a huge Nano Blade, they're going to try and contest here, Team Harmony, but it's very unlikely as Weeaboo comes out. Oof with the blade. Is very low here. Lighthouse does find Weeg, but Shruja and Regime find picks. Shruja finds 2, so does Regime. Shruja finds 3, and that will be it. The Hoggers full cap, even though they're not supposed to, will full cap with 2 minutes 49 seconds left. And also have a GG in the bags. 3-0, the Hoggers are the winners here. Sorry, I'm just out of breath and very excited.
How could you
3-0.
not be? That was amazing.
3-0 for the Hoggers here. And stay tuned. We actually do have one more match at 9:30. It will be Sombras versus Arrow 404. Hopefully, will it be a close match? Will it be another steamroll? Stay tuned and you will find out. Teams, but it will still be like one that'll bring in more views because people are, wow, this team is really rolling. I want to see more. more. Like,
Welcome everybody, and we're here to talk about Keyboard, who is currently changing the stream setup from purple on red to brown.
Yeah, that is true here. Anyway, we're getting into this match on Lijiang Tower with Sombras and Arrow 404. Now, blue team is Sombras, correct? Keyboard. All right, so here the Sombras is going. It's been a long night, guys. Anyway,
We're professionals.
5, 4,
Sombras.
1. Round 1.
Sombras is going to be running the Reinhardt and Diva, a very old tank. And what is Izamabi? What are they doing?
Oh!
Are they making a reset? What are they doing?
They're protesting.
I guess they're.
What?
Huh?
What just happened?
Anyway, as we get on, the Sombras already have the point because, you know, Error 404, literally living up to their name, did an error. Alright, as we get into here, my brain is just very confused. Place for Cheese gets melted down, but Tanky does take out Zakram. Milkaja does take out the enemy Genji Izamonsi, and Original Fox very low. Milkaja is still on this very aggressive Doomfist here. And again, Arrow 404 just I don't think that was the call. Literally
They're
jumping off the map.
immediately playing against an uphill battle.
Yeah, they kind of ruined themselves there as this poke is coming out. Jay Repo does take out Solaris, and that's another pick for Sombras here. And Jay Repo, let's see if he can live up to Regime's, you know, Symmetra here. As Melgracha getting pretty low, but gets healed back up. A huge anti by Eagle. And they're going to push in, and that is 2 picks, 3 picks. Milkacha does find Original Fox though, but Zakram is just lasering everybody. And that will be a team wipe there for Arrow 404 as they do take the point back with 63% for Sombras. And there's a lot of names I have to start getting used to because, wow. But anyway, you know, what do you really think that the Sombras would have had that point if Arrow 404 didn't basically throw?
Judging by what just happened, it doesn't seem like it. They obtained it literally immediately after. That was spectacular.
And again, here Arrow 404 still able to get the picks, but they do use Nanoblade though. But oh, Milkacha gets slammed through. It is currently even right now. Is Nami, like I was saying, was trying to go for the Nanoblade. Milkacha does find one. He's able to find 2. Can they take out this Lucio, who is stalling for a long time? And Milkacha does find him, and the Echo is still up there. And Plays for Cheese does find the Echo. It will be a tactical reset for Error 404 here. And again, I think Error 404 did get out a good percentage here. And they're coming in with a Copy and Solaris with the beat drop here. Plays for Cheese. Has that Shatter, looking for it. Duplication comes out. He copies the Lucio. The wall comes out. The wall comes out from Jay Repa. As Shatter is blocked by the. Oh wait, never mind. I'm stupid. That is not the wall of the enemy team. But he does not get anybody with that Shatter. Milkacha just popping off, still finding people as we speak here. Can he find 2 more? He finds another. Can he find a 3rd? Very low Genji here.
That's it.
And he's able to find a Genji, and Milkacha with the 4K. And he is just showing people why he shouldn't be messed with. And a slow-mo 5K there.
1 to 0.
Considering how that game started, that was close.
That was very close. It looks like we might not actually have a steamroll this time, as it is getting late here. And these 2 teams are looking good. I think Arrow 404 probably could have actually been a lot closer in time if they had not thrown. that first
Absolutely.
game. So here we're going to make this. We're going to have seeing a switch in 404 with Dirt Jar running the Roadhog, Izanami running the McCree now, and Sombras are still going to be running the same thing, except instead of having a Doofus, they're going to have a Reaper. Now they're still not going to use the teleporter arrow 404, but they are not going to throw actually, but they still get here Genji and the Lucio here. Zekram very low. Jareba putting in some shots there, trying to get the spam damage out. And plays for Cheese gets hooked in. That is a nice hook there as he does get healed and back up. Solar's getting pretty low though. Plays
They're
for
really
Cheese
doing
trying to
well
get
at
charged.
counterplaying against this Reinhardt. They're
They are
really
doing
putting the
very
pressure
well
on him.
as Token does take out Dirt Jeff, but Origami does find wicked moment, and it is still even here. And we are going in. Plays for Cheese trying to charge, is still alive somehow. J Rebel does find Original Fox, and Token does find Zekran here. And Plays for Cheese gets very low, but is getting healed up. And Solaris out here is very low on health, but does manage to escape. Plays for Cheese, not really having a shatter yet, but Original Fox coming up on that shatter though. And we are going to see, hopefully, a huge shatter here as the Sombras are just playing this very well. The Diva is somehow working very well. And they're going to try to go for this shatter here. And Izanami actually having his McCree ult. And that is a huge shatter. He finds four. He charges in.
And that's
He
the
is
Ryan
going
out.
to take the Rhine out of the fight, but the McCree Chica is actually going to find him, but not after Air 44 finds 3, but Milk Chica again finds 2, and they're going to turn this around, but not after Zekram does Nanoblade. Milk Chica finds another person. Milk Chica finds 4s, but Zekram again still popping off. This is a very close battle, but Milk Chica is a real problem here, and Zekram is at 16 health, and Milk Chica finds him. That's a 5-man for Milk Chica.
I do think it's MLG Kachiga.
Yeah, I've been saying a lot of different names.
No worries.
I will just call him MLG from now on. And Arrow 404 is only really gonna have Shatter. They used everything they had, and MLG just able to get a 5-man, and is going to be a close one. Tengi does have Diva Bomb here. He's going to try to use this. Here, Zarya getting pretty weak here. As he is forced out, Tengi is forced out. Tengi still having the bomb. Zekram does find Wicked Moment. Dirt Jar getting very low, but is getting healed up right now. Tengi still very low on mech. And he pops ult to save himself. He still somehow finds somebody, and MLG does find 2, and Token does take out Eagle. But the thing is, Creech does find MLG, but Plays for Cheese does find the enemy. Whoa, Zarya as Sombras wins 2-0. Arrow 404 looking really good there on map one, but it's still not enough. As we can see here, we do have a token play of the game. And that will wrap things up for map 1. Sombras looking very good right now, but Arrow 404 is not going to allow them to for that 3-0 sweep. Hopefully. We will be back in a couple minutes with a little bit of a break. Stay tuned in. Welcome back, and off of that little break there, we are going into map 2 here, Kings Row. We've seen Kings Row 3 times today, and hopefully
We're going to the
they
exact
still won't
same
be.
rotation. I think we went from Lijiang to Kings Row.
Exactly, and exactly, you are right, Tanner. And from there, we have our observer teabagging a med kit, and so let's see how this map is, because it's really been one-sided so far, as we can see that beautiful picture right there, and it is getting very, very, very fast. We are going to see, what is it? We are going to see Sombras running again, the same comp, but they're going to be running Torb and Junk, a very spam-like comp. Izzy Nami on the Widow. Let's see if he can actually hold up to what Kid was doing on this map, just headshot after headshot. And, I think the best team we've seen so far is actually going to be the Hoggers with their nice lineup. Agree to disagree, Tanner?
Sorry, I blanked out there. I was just really into this footage of Izanami really examining this wall.
I was going to get in here. They're going to be running a double shield dirt jar on the Sigma and original Fox on the Reinhardt. Izzy Nami already finding the pick onto MLG's Torp turret here. As we're going to keep on looking, Izzy Nami trying to find an angle here. Let's see if we can get picks as Solaris is really low, or original Fox also very low, forces out Mortality. MLG does find the Mortality field as well, though. Plays for Cheese. Original Fox getting a lot of spam damage, and plays for Cheese, meanwhile, is kind of on this flank here, and is almost have Shatter already. But so does Plays for Cheese, as J Repa actually coming up. It's flanking.
We have no
Plays for
video
Cheese,
currently.
finding for Original Fox. Plays for Cheese on Solaris. That's 2. J Repa on Eagle, and MLG does find Burnstar, and Tanky does find Cram there. And that is going to be a team wipe as Arrow 404 has to reset.
Okay.
Nice. All right. We won't get a problem like last time. And J-Repa actually coming up on the junk tire. Sorry. J-Repa does find Solaris, though. That is going to be a huge pick for Sombras here. And he's going to try to go on this little bit of flank, but Widow, he is getting pressured out very low, but it does manage to come out huge anti by Eagle there, and he's going to nano.
That's a
Plays for Cheese, but that is the huge shatter. J-Repa does find Ripple, god, and Plays for Cheese does find Sigma, and that will be another reset there. Sorry if my casting has gone a little bit downhill. It is a little bit, what can you say, pixely. Yeah, that is actually a lot better. That is a lot better. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. We are going to continue because that is a lot better. Solaris actually having the window along with Original Fox. They can get some picks here. If Original Fox does find a huge fire strike, but it does get eaten by Tangy. Tangy almost having an ult there, and actually MLG using lava there, but it is forced out. Wicked Mouth does find Zakram, and we are still going on. Ult battle, they're going to give a tick. Wicked Mugget does find 2, but Dirt Jar does find Plays for Cheese. Durvar finds 2, finds Token. He does find Tanky's mech. He's going to try to look for MLG here, but Eagle is going to find it, and that's going to be a team reset there, as there are still 2 people on point, and they're going to stick out this deep. Oh, Zakram finds 2 as well. 2 picks for each team member, it looks like there. And that is going to be a cap for Arrow 404. Oh my god, Zakram finds a wicked moment with a huge headshot. Oh, can you find a second?
Immediately
so low.
That is just rude.
He is. J-Repa is super low. And Sombras are going to have a problem with trying to put pressure onto him, as Arrow 404 is just pushing up. Sombras have to back up even more. As we're looking, Wicked Moba is coming up on the ult for. My Blaine breaks out now. Blaine? Yeah. Wicked Moba is coming up on ult, everybody, and Tangy is going to actually have Diva Bomb as well. This could actually be a sort of weird but useful combo here. Force people out of corners and stuff into JBB's bomb, Tangy's bomb. As we look at that, Tangy throws it. Doesn't get anybody but that mortality field though. That was really close. MLG does find Dirt Jar. J Rebel does find Cram, and that's going to be a reset though. As well, plays for Cheese just shatters, tries to shatter the Bob. I guess it looks like, and they're going to try to really just stagger. Oh, and he does get a huge sleep by Eagle. Plays for Cheese here. Zakram does find the turret. Original Fox having ult almost here.
They're really struggling to make it past this choke.
Yeah, they are, but Air 4-4 does force them to back up. Do you think if Air 4-4 keeps up this momentum every once in a while in their fights, that they will actually be able to full cap?
It's really looking up for them. They're keeping up and they're really counterpicking well, especially with that Ashe that's been causing some serious issues.
And that is a huge ult by Dirt Jar as we look at him. That does actually force Token to use his ult, but Tanky does find Zakram, but Original Fox finds plays for Cheese, and he's just going to start swinging on everybody. And he is still trying to find picks here, as Izanami does find Token here, and that's going to be another cap for Air 4-4, but they're being contested. Do they even know that they're being contested? Doesn't matter, they're going to try to rip. Jerkbarba finds 2. Can he find a third? Can he find a third? He's looking to really pop off, but he cannot. And Dirt Jar does find 2, and Original Fox does find Wicked Moment. And that is going to be a second cap. That actually hasn't happened before. Not a lot of teams have actually gotten map points here. I think the only map where we have seen it been map points for the other team was in the Hoggers versus Harmony game. As we're looking here, Original Fox going to try to look for the shatter with MLG Achiga looking for probably lava here. Plays for Cheese getting very low. It's killed by Bob. Izanami with a huge Bob. Tangy. Izanami finds 2. And as we finds 3. A huge play there.
And that's the window.
And that's a Riptide. 3. J-Rebba finds 3 and turns this whole fight around, as we are going to see a tactical reset by Error 404. Play for Cheese finds the pick with the Fire Strike on Eagle. That is going to be huge. MLK Kajiga is going to try to set up here for his turret. J-Rebba does find the Cram, and again, it's gonna have to be a technical reset, and Air 4-4's gotta stop suckering themselves out here, because they still have time for 1 or 2 more team fights. But Tangy, again, is going to have a Diva Bomb here, but Dirt Jar and Original Fox both have their ults coming up, and Eagle is going to have Nano, hopefully, by this fight. And as we keep looking, plays for Cheese, there we go, that's the ult I was talking about. Dirt Jar forcing it, gets a huge is able to find 1, but the tanks on just Sombras are just carrying, and they don't care about the ults, as they are just going to turn this fight around once again. Milka Chica does find Z Cram, and it is going to be another tactical reset. That is a huge dynamite by Izanami, though. You're going to have another Bob, hopefully, by this fight, but Tangy's still holding on to this Diva Bomb. What do you think Tangy is trying to do with this?
I think they're just waiting for just the right moment when they lose those shield tanks, because those could absolutely shut it down with the right plays.
That does seem like a really good option here. Original Fox does have no shield, and luckily Play for Chi does not have Shatter, though. Original Fox getting very low. That is going to be a Diva Bomb with the Sentry, and hits Izanami, who had Bob. Hopefully Izanami can get back in time to actually throw Bob on point.
They're running out of time here.
They are very much so running out of time, with J-Repa, getting very low. Plays for Cheese does fine. That is a huge shatter. But the thing is, Zakram in the backline doing some work. He finds 2. Play for Cheese does find 1, and Chica does find another. MLG does find 2 there. Bob still contesting on point, gives them the overtime, but MLG does take him out with a beam. Plays for Cheese does take out Solaris there, and that will be it. They're not able to touch. Token does take out Original Fox, and that will be round 1 there. Still very close. That's basically almost a full cap, and it is very winnable for Arrow 404. They could take this next map. What do you think, Keeper?
I think they definitely can, it really depends on what the comp they end up running here. So, these teams seem pretty evenly matched. in comparison to some of the other games we've seen today. So I think it can go either way, but just depends a lot on the comps that they're running.
This is yes, definitely interesting, and we're about 20 minutes in, and you know, already most games we'd be ready by map. We would already be in map 3, but we're still in map 2, and it is still looking very winnable for Arrow 404. They're definitely showing themselves up and saying, you know, hey, we might have thrown that first map, but we're definitely. But we were just joking around. We're definitely not a team that you should just start like taking it easy on, and that's kind of what they showed during that during that attack phase, which is, you know, we are a thing you shouldn't be messing with. And I think here, Sombras really has to take that into consideration going into their attack phase.
Say it with me, folks. It's down to who wants it more.
Definitely. As we do get into this game, Zekram trying to see if he can, trying to scout out, see if he can find any snipers. He can. He's going to take this nice angle here. Not able to find any shots. He does find one shot on the Reaper and does get a huge dynamite there. And actually, Solaris running the. He's able to find it. MLG does take out the Mercy, but that will be a reset for Sombras here as Original Fox does find Token with his Fire Strike. And actually, Dirt Jar does find J-Repa. And that's going to be a reset for Sombras. Error. Dirt Jar trying to find that trap and does actually find it though. And already you can see what I was talking about, which is exactly just, you know, Arrow 404 is a team you shouldn't mess with and isn't a team you shouldn't take, you know, lightly. As Zekram finds MLG, MLG being the carry, once taken out, I think that's really it for Sombras. They're still going to try to push here through the left side, but they're kind of like pinched here and they are forced to back out. Not able to really find anything. That was a big hit, though. And
they're kind of pushing through that alleyway, which is an area that they've been taking advantage of for a while. And with this high ground, they may have something new coming for them.
And Arrow 404 actually coming up on 4 ults here, while actually they're going for this long flank. Sombras are. Original Fox almost coming up on Shatter there. And Dirt Jar, look at that shield. Has probably about 1,000 health. Plays for Cheese, blocks the Shatter. That is huge. But he is antied, and Original Fox actually finds Wicked Moment. Dirt Jar finds Plays for Cheese. Izanami is found by Token. Zekram does take out Tangy by himself, and he did have to pop Bob, but he's already 30% onto his next Bob. And I think Zekram is the underdog here. At first, he was the guy who was jumping off the cliff with McCree, and now he's really just popping off. And I have to also say that Solaris is kind of helping him in that sense that, you know, that damage boost is just really powerful. You can still one-shot squishies with that damage boost. And as we're going in, Solaris hitting shots already at 50%. That's going to be a huge flux. That is a huge flux as... Oh, but J-Repa does find Eagle, and Tangy does find Dirt Jar, as MLG does find Original Fox. J-Repa does find Iskram. The copy does come out. It is still winnable. It is still very even on each side. But MLG is just going to have his time. And oh my God, Zekram takes out Tangy, but MLG does take out Eagle. And they're going to throw out Bob. J-Repa does take out Crepa there. MLG finds another pick, trying to take out this Bob. Plays for Cheese, does have Shatter, but Arrow 404 is still holding on to this very well. J-Repa does take out Solaris and Mercy. MLG does take out Original Fox. J-Repa finds 2 after and takes out Dirt Jar. And that will be first cap on point A here for Sombras. Arrow 404 actually held that a lot longer than the Sombras did, I feel like.
Absolutely. I believe Arrow 404 had a good 5 minutes to themselves when they first started, and they've only got 3 to take this last cap.
Yes, and so again, this is going to be a very close one, it looks like. Blaze with Cheese does have Shatter. He's going to try to look for it here. Original Fox also has Shatter. Zekram is getting pressured out of the window. But as we look here, Izanami finds 2. As I'm now paying attention, he finds 2. Can he find a third? He can sadly not find a third, but J-Repa is just getting targeted by Izanami. That is a huge sleep, but MLG just solo all Zekram, but Eagle does take out, plays for cheese. MLG getting bursted out of the room. And somehow Wicked Moment uses his ult there and forces Error 404 to back out. Here, Original Fox just saving his shatter. I think he's trying to look for that huge 6-man shatter, but really, if he just finds one pick, it should, even on ML. And shield goes down and has a huge shatter. J-Repa finds 2, and he actually blocks it. It's not what the DPS on Arrow 4-4 turning it around. It is the 3v3, but J-Repa does just find one person with his ult. He is going to be ulted though. That is a huge ult, and everybody's below half. That is really huge though, as he does find others. And Arrow 4-4 again are going to hold this, even in a fight where they're down like 3 or 4 players. They still turn this around. And Zekram is actually coming up on Bob. Do you think he'll try and Bob the spawn? Do you think he'll really do that?
It's hard to say. I mean, after the display from Sapphire, I'm not really too surprised at any spawn plays, you know?
That is true. Zekram does have to get forced out by this D.Va. He is still looking to try and find that Bob play there, as Eagle actually does have Nano. Are we looking at a Nano Bob here?
This could be. That would actually be a pretty big combo at this point.
And really, Sombra is having both support ults and Tanky as an ult, but that's really it. But even then, both support ults can't have to be used to if they're going to Nano Bob. Izanami building up that ult charge very fast. Plays for cheese, trying to get a shatter. Original Fox swinging on plays for cheese. That is a huge bomb, as it does find nobody, but plays for cheese does get Original Fox. And plays for cheese, again, very low. Trying to swing on this Bob. J-Red, but does find Eagle. Eagle does get stunned, but it's still winnable. J-Repa finds the Bob. Finds 2. Izanabi still trying to turn this around. Copies the Junkrat, but is not able to find anybody. Third Jar does find J-Repa though. Tengi out of mech. Plays for cheese. Has shatter. He's probably gonna go for this. It's a huge slam. That is a huge slam.
And that's 2 at once with 1 fire strike.
And they have a Baby D.Va. What Baby D.Va plays for cheese does. Baby D.Va just wasn't putting him back in her mech. MLG finds 2, finds 3, and that will be the cap. 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Or L4-4 try to hold. They can potentially try and hold this and do a Sig 9 at least, and do some sort of Sig 9 that has been done before, as Solaris is actually coming up on Valk, and Izanami is going to have another copy coming up soon, as the Cram is getting these shots off on this D.Va and just farming her for charge. Almost has another Bob. The only ult that has Sombra's is the that's a huge flux there. J-Repa coming up on a tire there. Dirt Jar has to use his suck there. Dirt Jar very low on health. MLG on fire. Zekram has Bob. He might just use it. He's going to use it. He's going to use it. Oh, he does get booped. This is Naomi. It's usually just used 2 shatters. They do get blocked though. By plays for cheese. Tanky does find Original Fox, and they're going to beat here. And they're going to. That is a huge tire. 3, and that might do it for map 2 here, as they cannot contest. Sombra's showing that they can still fight even with a tough opponent like Arrow 404, as they take map 2 2-0 here with a map score of 3-2. This is probably going to be a close game. I'm not surprised if we even see a reverse sweep here.
That was absolutely spectacular.
That was spectacular. As we can see again, J-Repa just getting these huge tires and saving his team over and over again. And that will do it for map 2. Please stay tuned as we are going into map 3. And please, again, stay tuned. We'll take a little break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to day one, the last match of One Trick Esports tournament here for day one, and we are looking at a pretty close game here. Even though it is 2-0 right now in Sombra's favor, it is a lot closer of a 2-0 than the last two matches. As we're going into this third map here on Hanamura, a map we have not seen yet today, and Zakram is going to be looking to running the Widow. You know, the man has been hitting his shots, and on Ash has been really popping. I think really if his tanks just stay up a little bit longer, I think he can really do some more work. But we also have to look at MLG Kachiga here, because he has also been carrying these fights with just a lot of good ultimates, these 3-4 man ults, along with J Repa too. They're really good rip tires here. And we are going to start it off with Sombra's running this like spam comp basically, and Arrow 4-4 have to back up. Solaris is actually very low, but Zekram actually finds one, he finds two. Those are huge picks, and Arrow 4-4 are going to go in immediately. He's going to try to find a third. Can he find three?
Oh!
He does get the headshot on the Diva, forcing her to be very low. Yo, he's very low. Play for Cheese has to kind of carry this one out, being the only main tank here left. And just huge coming out from Arrow 4-4. That is going to be a team wipe there. And Arrow 4-4 showing that they want that reverse sweep. Wow.
That was absolutely massive.
Do you think Zekram turned on his aimbot or something? We have Zekram here coming up on walls. Is sitting here. Looking to be my joke. You know, that was a joke, Zekram. You shouldn't actually have to do that. You're pretty talented.
Shouldn't actually have to turn off the aimbot there.
he forgets what his toggle button is, and he's just gonna leave his team behind. Is this really planned? I don't think so, because Dirt Jar is taking a whole lot of damage. And as we go back into the action, actually, and stop looking at Zekram there, Original Fox actually is coming up on Shatter here. He's kind of lapping Play for Cheese as he actually does switch to the Winston. There is a huge shatter on the top there, and Zekram finds one, and Original Fox is nanoed there, and I think that's going to be a cap there. Zekram finds two, Dirt Jar finds Tangy, and I think that's good. Zekram just popping off.
Oh my god.
Is having a day of his life here. Zekram in the middle of the point because he's that confident. Dirt Jar finds one along with Original Fox, who does find Token. Original Fox finds place for Cheese again. Oh my god, and Tangy trying to take out Cram but can't do it, and even then Cram is found by MLJ. Original Fox finds two, and that will be 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the time game for Arrow 4-0-4. Zekram just body shot bandit, headshot taker, it doesn't matter. He is just literally popping off. We might have a contender for MVP of day one between everybody here. I think really Kid and J Repa, MLG, and Izanami are really kind of the MVPs here, and we're kind of having a really tie for tie battle here. Now, there isn't really an actual MVP, but, you know, me being the caster, I can say almost what I want. So, I mean, I could say who the MVP is, even though I don't have the power to do so, and I might.
I'm personally on board still with Daddy Dong Legs, my favorite toy game.
Even though he is good, I don't think he was MVP material quite yet. As we're
primarily because he's no longer in this tournament ladder.
Oh yes. As we are actually looking at this alien who is enjoying his bowl of noodles when Keyboard's just messing with them. Why you stop bullying the alien, Keyboard? Come on. And it looks like here that Arrow 4-4 is going to be running the exact same thing. And as for
the Sombras.
The Sombras, yeah, thank you. Like I said, brain blacks out, and I'm like, name. And the Sombras will be running actually the Sim strat. Let's see if Zekram has anything to say about that, along with Izanami. J Repa is looking for that TP. Oh, but very smart by Arrow 4 knowing that they're going to have it. They're going to try to teleport on top and try to force Zakram to come out, to go out of position. They're going to try to
and they're
kill
all
the
up.
Mercy. They're all on him, but it doesn't matter as Zakram and Eagle come out safely. Tangy trying to do that. J-Reva very low and gets taken out by Original Fox. That is probably going to be a huge pick as they are going to reset here. Plays for Cheese, trying to get some old charge here. Original Fox just lapping him, and old charge. Zakram is able to find MLG, and he's getting pressured here by Tangy, but it doesn't even matter because she's probably going to be taken out of mech soon. And Original Fox misses the charge, but Zakram gets play for Cheese. And again, it's going to have to be another tactical reset here. But J-Rapid does find Eagle. Is he still in the back line? No, he's just... And Zakram with that huge headshot, even though Eagle was taken down, sadly, he will be able to come back shortly. Zakram...
I did make a mistake in saying Daddy Dongleg is not in the tournament. I thought he was on Sapphire. He was on Slime. That's all. Sorry.
All right. That is perfectly fine. What do you think? What do you think? Just what is Arrow 404 doing right that they haven't done, you know, in previous matches?
Hitting their shots.
Well, simple but yet true answer, as Zakram is following that up. And they're going to teleport. That is a huge anti-nade, though, by Solaris. And play for Cheese. You're trying to get that shadow. Isn't that very huge? But finds the Moira, Original Fox. He is very low, and Tengi does find him. Plays for Cheese. Does have his shatter, though, but he's super low. And actually, Sombras does not. They're going to let the res go off. Zakram trying to hit those flick shots. He's looking for these angles. It's very low.
Oh!
And Izanami does find J-Repa. He's just going to take out these turrets because he's a nice Widowmaker. And that is another team wipe. As Arrow 404 is again trying to look for that reverse sweep there. Zakram is just really hitting his shots, and Izanami is actually coming up onto Tire. Are we going to see something as huge as J-Repa has been? J-Repa doing the spam. Wicked Moment actually does that ball with Shatter and Diva Bomb coming. Now, probably hopefully for a combo, but with them also being grouped up like this, Izanami can get a huge tire here. Oh,
Ooh.
almost there. Plays for G is going to try to...
Oh, this could be big.
This could be very big, as Fox just charges, misses. That's going to be... Tangy does find Original Fox. Can he find anybody? He does find plays for Cheese, and actually Eagle reses Original Fox. Dirt Jar does take out Elmaji, and Izanabi finds J-Reza, but J-Repa actually does take out Izanabi as well. And this is probably going to be the last team fight. Tangy's probably going to have to use his ult here, just so he can save himself, really. No, but he's going to actually fall off and keep ult. Is it really kind of a mistake here that, you know, Sombras are saving all these ults? They're trying to save these combos, but Arrow 404 doesn't even need ults. As play for Cheese just solo shatters to Ana, is still not able to even get him, and he actually gets antied, and he gets slept. Oh my god, Solaris is really looking to show up why he is also an ML7 player here. Zakram does find Genis, and Malor is getting very low, but it's getting healed up. Tangy having the oh my god, Zakram, I can't even finish my sentence without this man popping off. And as you see here, he's still trying to get ults. Original Fox, Zakram finds 3, he finds 4. Oh my god, Zakram, can I finish my sentence before he starts popping off?
Oh my
And Arrow 404, for the first time in this tournament, will have a map win 2-1, as we are actually going for the first time to a map 4. Map 3, Hanamura, is taken by Arrow 404, and as we can see, Zakram, the man, the myth, the legend himself, with the play of the game here. And please stay tuned, as this is a lot closer than others have suspected it to be.
God.
Stay tuned, we're going into a first ever for this day, map 4.
Ayo!
Hello, welcome back into the first time for this day, map 4, with Arrow 404 trailing 2-1, but they're looking kind of strong here. And as we go into this match, who do you think is going to actually take this Route 66 match here, Tanner?
After seeing those Widow plays and how much high ground there is in this map and how open it is, I'm really confident in Zekram's Widow. I think they could absolutely make a comeback with this.
I do agree, as well, as they're still going to be running what they usually run, with Play for Cheese on the Reinhardt, tanky on the Diva, J-Repa being the Junkrat one trick he is, MLG being the only really flex DPS, running Soldier now, Wicked Moment on the Moira, and Token on the Lucio, with Solaris running his ML7 like Ana, Eagle with the Mercy, Izanami, and Zekram on the Widow Junk, Original Fox and Dirtjar on the original Brawl comp of Reinhardt and Zarya, and this is going to be a good one here, as Sombras is actually going to start on the high ground here, and I really think they're only going to be playing on the high ground here because Zekram, who is AFK in spawn right now, is not trying to get high ground, so I guess they're not doing that really at this moment. J-Rep actually getting some nice ult charge there. Solaris actually also getting some ult charge there with Izanabi right on J-Repa's ult charge as well. Zekram hasn't even come out of spawn yet. As we are still... He does come out of spawn now. As he looks... Oh, almost finds a pick like that. That is a huge anti-nade by Solaris, and Izanabi finds Token. And that is a huge pick already. Token being the Lucio, if he gets taken out, he's not going to be able to really do much. Izanami playing very aggressive here. As Play for Cheese is antied, Zekran coming in very low and antied, trying to find those headshots. Cannot, missing quite a couple shots. Messes up his hook because he got caught by Cactus, but Izanami finds J-Repa. Right now, Izanami is really doing all the work. And Flash for Cheese does find Dirtjar though. Will that be enough, as Wicked Moment does get his coalescence pretty fast? Izanami coming up on the tire, actually. And MLG does find Zekram for the first time. And that is Izanami got unlucky and had to reload there. And so they're just, for the first time, Arrow 404 is going to get team wiped here.
You can never forget that ammo management.
Yeah, and as... that J-Rep getting a body shot. Very lucky Zekram is not hitting those headshots quite yet. And as Zekram is going to have walls, Izanami is holding onto his tire, actually. As we are still going, hitting those body shots. J-Rep not quite on the tire yet, but is, like, spamming. Izanami can get a huge tire here. He's going to try to go for the shot, but cannot find it. Eagle's doing a really good job of staying alive and just kind of keeping the DPS alive. Izanami, they're gonna pop, and that is huge. Finds MLG and Token, and Original Fox finds J-Ripa. Dirtjar does take out Tangy's mech, and we are going to. That is a huge shatter though by Play for Cheese, but does not matter as Solaris does actually find him with the grenade, and Original Fox does find Wicked Moment, and we are going to have to see. Again, another map point here for Arrow 404. And what do you think really lost, like, Sombra's momentum? Because they had a lot of momentum going in the first two maps, and then Arrow 404, it looks like they just turned on the switch and started trying. And J-Rep actually finding the Izanami.
I do honestly think Arrow 404 wasn't going into this 100% serious at first. I mean, they did throw that first match, and then now they're immediately suddenly killing it. I think they're definitely focusing in a bit more and trying to get these for real.
Yeah, because I don't think they knew how much. They thought really not 100% trying probably wouldn't have worked. And that is actually going to be a tire there, and J-Rabbit does find one, not as big as his other tires, but big enough to have Arrow 404 really have to reset here. Zekram getting punished a lot more than he used to, but is still able to try and find those picks. Can he stop? MLG finds Solaris. I'm trying to find that Widow. He does find it. He finds two. Tangy finds a tank. MLG finds three, and he doesn't even need an aimbot here. Will he find a fourth? Tangy does take his fourth kill. Can he get the team wipe here with a fifth? and he is able to find 4. Should have been 5, but Tangy, pesky Diva there, taking his Junkrat kill. And here I think also Izanami is just showing J-Repa how to really play Junkrat, don't you agree?
It's certainly it's a battle of the I'd say battle of the brains, but maybe it's a battle of lack thereof.
As J-Repa does find Solaris, but Eagle does actually res him, but J-Repa then just goes and finds another kill. Zekram, who actually switched off of Widow onto Genji.
Oh.
Let's see how much of an impact that actually makes. MLG finding Izanami there. J-Repa is actually catching up on them with the tire, and Tangy does find original Fox. J-Repa finding a flare there, finding Solaris. J-Repa having Riptire, he's gonna try to look for one here, and actually does lap Izanami in Blood Charger now. Zekrom actually finds MLG with his own right click. This might actually be a fight winner there, because Dirt Jar is actually has Grav. This could be very huge here.
Absolutely.
As we keep on looking, Zekram just playing this huge high. Is he going to try to spawn camp MLG, who actually switched to the Torb? And both Junkrats pop tire. Let's see who's bigger. J-Repa finds 2, but Izanami finds 1 though. J-Repa finds 3. Can he find a 4th? He's not able to find a 4th though. Original Fox, they're still trying to turn this around. Air 4 almost turned that around, but J-Repa and Tangy are able to find these picks. So Kram actually coming up on ult here almost. Finds J-Repa, and that could be huge. They have Nano Blade here, and he's probably looking for it at this moment. And Solaris pops the Nano Blade. He's not able to find anybody because he does get booted back. And he does get charged!
No!
Huge play by Play for Cheese as he actually teabags him. Oh, the BM there. Very sad for Zekram there. Oh, and J-Repa trying to find it. Play for Cheese. MLG does find Original Fox here. I'm running out of breath trying to cast this. This is really... Oh, Token does actually
there's
find
a lot
Solaris.
happening in this mid fight right now. I completely understand it.
Tangy's still trying to find picks here. Is he going to find the second one? He does find Dirt Jar, and there's a pull, and they're gonna try to touch. Eagle does touch, and that is probably a very huge slam, but it doesn't even matter. But even though Eagle does find Zekram with the Eagle Eye res there, it's not going to be enough as Token does kill Zekram with a boot.
Oh!
But they're still coming in. Original Fox, though, is probably going to die. J-Repa does find Eagle. MLG does find Original Fox. And it looks like Sombra's here trying to find who the last player is. And Solaris is not able to fully contest there as Plays for Cheese does find him. Sombra's did pick it up a lot. They realized that Arrow 404 is definitely a team they shouldn't be messing with, and that they could fall into the losers bracket if they don't try to hold on and not choke this. And I won't be surprised if Arrow 404 just full holds Sombras and we have to go into a map 5.
This has been an intense game so far. There's no telling who's gonna win.
Exactly, and even though they did not full cap, it is still our observer teabagging a trash can, and so as we go into this, there actually hasn't been any subs, and there is one sub for Sombras, I think, unless he is a coach of some sort. Zekram going to be running the Echo, and Izanami going to be running the Genji, and they're going to be running double shield, as actually Sombras is going to be running a dive. How do you think that Arrow 404 will do with the dive? Because Tanky is a really good diva, but we've only seen Play for Cheese, Winston a couple times to stall, but even then, it looked pretty good, but it was really just for stalls.
It's hard to say. I think there's a lot that could happen here, especially with a lot of counters like Echo to that Genji. I think that they could even almost pull off a GOATS formula, but this is certainly something that's going to change things up with this dive.
Yes, exactly. As Zekram is going to be pocketed by Eagle on the Mercy, which actually Eagle has been doing very well on. But let's see how they're going to cooperate with this dive, though, as Tangy does try to put on a little bit of shots. Izanami already on 10%. And Izanami actually running anything but the Junkrat is a little bit surprising. But Zekram over here putting in spam damage. And Eagle getting very low, though. I think this dive is putting up kind of a struggle on Arrow 404 though, but they're holding off pretty well, and that goes very low as the Cram does get. And that is probably going to be a reset there, as Izanabe is very low. Plays for Cheese, trying to play this poke damage, just trying to find the Echo and the Ana. He is in the back line. Play for Cheese, does get rocked off, and is forced to go back out. And then we have Plays for Cheese getting just absolutely zapped down. J-Repa does find Izanami, but Dirt Jar does find J-Repa. And Eagle, I think, does have res, but Tengi does find Orange Fox, and Wicked Moment does res J-Repa, and it's still going. This fight is still going, and Arrow 404 only has their Sigma on point, but Eagle uses actually Valk, and that is going to be a huge ult there. It should be, at least, as he's going to try to turn this around. Dirt Jar still holding on to this car. He does not want to die at all, and he's just getting, and he does get trapped. But Zekram does find MLG8, but Tanky does find Dirt Jar. J-Repa, this is going to be huge. Tire, he finds two. And that's probably going to be huge, but the thing is, Solaris does nano Original Fox and actually finds J-Repa. Play for Cheese does find Solaris though. Tangy still trying to find Original Fox, and Tangy finds him. And that will actually be a cap for checkpoint A. There are 4 minutes and 37 seconds left, actually, for Sombras here. And the only ult they really have is going to be Tanky's Diva Bomb, which he actually hasn't used a lot and hasn't really found any value in. But I think he has been just kind of saving that to force out cooldowns or to force him into uncomfortable positions. But as we look here, Zekram does have duplication, but that's also it as well. Both teams had to use a lot of ults to not only stall but to win that team fight, and so let's see how that really turns out in this end game here, as Zekram does turn into the Diva, and he's going to try and find some ult charge here, and he looks like he's going to at least get one Diva Bomb here. Is he going to throw it? He's going to throw it. Is he going to find anybody? And he's found Wicked Moment. J-Repa does find Izanami though, and J-Repa again is just still showing up. J-Repa hasn't died yet. Zekram does find place for Jez, and is that going to be a technical reset here? But it's not, as Arrow 404 has to back off. Eagle does pop Eagle does pop her ult, because I lost the name. MLG is in the backline though. Zekran again popping off, finding 3 there. Tangy finds 3 as I say that. It is now a 3v3 fight here as Tangy gets an ult. That is huge. And J-Repa does find Izanami, and I think that will be it. Even though Arrow 404 put up a good fight, I think that will be it. Sombras 3-1 Arrow 404. Actually a pretty close game all around. And any thoughts on kind of what Arrow 404 could have probably done better to actually probably win that map?
I think certainly there was a lot of better use of the ultimates could have happened, because eventually they started falling apart and kind of throwing them out in panics. And you can see Tangy was definitely trying to look for those best moments to find it. And as soon as that Diva Bomb hit, that was what really completely turned the tides.
Yes, and as that being the 3-1 here, we are actually done here, folks, for the night, sadly. But it has been a good showing, and hopefully tomorrow will be just the same. Please tune in tomorrow next time, and we enjoy you all here. And thank you. This is day 1 of one Trick Esports tournament, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Really close games all around. Bye-bye.